Hey guys, okay, so I decided to do a part 2 for our twin flame reading on this magical Friday the 13th. So, I'm still deciding. This is like too many cards if I want to pull multiple decks. So let's see how I go about this. Maybe I'll do our what's at hand. I can do... Okay. Okay. All right. What's at hand? The Seven of Wands. Somebody was in a protection mode. They were trying to defend themselves, or you were trying to defend yourselves. Remember, roles can be reversed. And they were standing their ground on their decision that they made. Any fire signs are relevant. Elephants could be a spirit guide or a spirit animal here. Something to mention. So the second card I pulled in the first reading, I said that this is usually our immediate challenge card, but it's also what partner B's heart is in the relationship. So, what did I say? Partner B. How did I? Let me see. 7 and 8. This is how they saw. This is how you saw yourself. So you feel the Ace of Cups in this connection. You felt all of the love. You felt the spiritual, intuitive guidance towards this. You felt like this was your person that you could marry, have babies with. But at the same time, that was our challenge, because that kind of energy and commitment potentially scared your other partner. Just to clarify on that. The Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. You are so sensible and caring. You have a very generous and nurturing energy to you. Very mother-like. Like, they definitely saw you being the mother of their children. Like, she's pregnant. She's got a rose in her hand. Sunsets could be significant here. Maybe you guys saw a sunset together. But as much as both of you, like, you know that you are this Queen of Pentacles. And as much as they saw that within you too, again, if they were scared of this kind of love and commitment, then that's why they went into this immediate Seven of Wands energy, trying to protect themselves. They got scared of this, and they dove into the Knight of Pentacles, realizing that they just wanted to focus on routine and work and responsibility, and they did not tap into this relationship. Okay, I'm going to skip some cards here because I don't need to clarify everything, but what's the couple's ultimate goal here? So consciously or subconsciously? We had stated before it was the Eight of Swords. So you guys are meant to find this clarity, find your way out of negative mindsets and out of victimhood. Clarified by the Eight of Wands, and we had the Eight of Wands show up as well later on in the reading. So you're meant to decide this quickly. You're meant to create sudden progress. You're not meant to stay in that stagnation of this depressive energy, right? Stop entrapping yourself in this and realize that you're meant to break free. Look at, there's this hole in the linked fence, and you are meant to move forward. There's fast movement forward towards a new city. Maybe somebody's moving towards this beautiful castle in the background after you get over all of this self-imposed restrictive imprisonment, right? Again, we got to get out of the victimhood mentality. So that's what universe is literally guiding you towards, like your goals on an individual level and then on a connected union level should be to make progress forward out of the negative stuff. Okay, what else do I want to clarify? The decision that needs to be made. We had the King of Cups in reverse. So obviously somebody was feeling emotionally imbalanced and they needed to make an empathetic decision here. The Ace of Wands. There's a lot of passion. So the decision that needs to be made is a new initiative. They need to be inspired to make a new choice. Look at the heat here. There's this fire. There's all these hearts around. Wands. Wands is this internal, passionate knowing. It's when you step into your power, when you're guided to your purpose, and obviously clarified over this King of Cups. You're meant to find this balance. You're meant to step into that King of Cups energy with passion and new initiative towards this romantic, emotional connection. You can't make this stuff up, you guys. That's the decision that needs to be made. You need to get out of any emotional manipulation from third-party energies. We need to reverse that into the upright position, right? Because the King of Cups was originally in the reversal. At the bottom of the deck, there's still a lot of ego here, which is creating the conflict and the tensions. There could even be some competition, so maybe some third-party energy came into play. We need to release that. Okay. What else do I want to clarify? How do they see... Let's see. How do you see yourself within this relationship? We've got the Two of Wands, but in reverse. So you see yourself making a decision, but since it's in reverse, you're feeling like you're not able to right now. You're kind of at this standstill. You're still choosing a path. Which way am I going to go? Am I going to give my energy to this connection? Am I going to wait or am I not going to wait? Is waiting bad? How do you, really consciously plan for something if somebody else walked away from it? But so even though it's not raining, the person is holding an umbrella over their shoulder, kind of like anticipating the emotional waters to come down. And they're also standing in the ocean. It could be a lake. So it's telling me that you're in a very emotional decision here. And there's just this waiting game. You're being very indecisive of making a choice. Which way do you go? It's a very emotional choice with all of the water showing up. So water signs could be relevant, even though this Two of Wands is ruled by fire. So fire and water signs are relevant here. And then what are they feeling in this relationship? The Ten of Swords, they feel like a lot of defeat. This is heavy. They felt betrayed. They feel exhausted. It's bitter. They felt like giving up on this because there was just this collapse of emotional... they feel drowned. They feel in this emotional sense, they just feel defeated, like they failed at something. Check it out. It's like this person is in the bathtub, just like sinking under the water. But you know how when you do that on purpose, like emotionally, there's just so much overwhelming anxieties and stresses that you go under the water and you scream, right? Because nobody can hear you above the water. That's like the kind of exhaustion that they're feeling, which is sad. But you're not meant to give up on this. Look, this is exactly like we've got the Ten of Swords showing up twice here. This is what they're feeling. That's a lot of weight. That is a lot of weight. That's the issue that needs to be resolved. And it's also what they're feeling in this relationship. They know that there's fear and anxieties here because this Ten of Swords is clarifying the Moon card for them, which is, again, water is showing up here, even though it's ruled by air. But we've got multiple water signs showing up. So it really tells me that this person is a water sign. So their work, the issue that needs to be resolved is what they're currently feeling, that there's like fear and anxiety attached to this connection. They need to be illuminated on this path. They need to realize that there is a path forward, and it is through feeling this emotional vulnerability. We need to let go of any negative old behaviors, mindsets that no longer serve us here. I really feel like they're going to have a dream or some kind of premonition that intuitively guides them out of this, because 18 reduces to a 9. 1 is a new beginning. 9 is a completion of a cycle. So there is a new beginning here out of this. But of course, it's hard to see the light when they're feeling so heavily burdened by this. It was a lot of emotional stuff. They really felt betrayed, and like this failed. There were some deep wounds here from this painful ending. Okay, the issue that needs to be resolved. Yeah, we got the Judgment coming up again. We had the Judgment show up last reading. Both in reversal too. So there is an awakening here. There is this self-reflection, a return to self, to really, what did I say about the twin flames? You guys are a mirror for each other. This is a dark night of the soul, and it's in reverse. So you could have union. It's the number 20 card, which reduces down to the 2, which is all about union, connection, coming back together again. Blackbirds could be significant here. Timepieces too. But this awakening, this reckoning only happens when you guys release the ego, when you release the fear, when you release the anxiety, when you release the painful ending that happened in the past. That's then when you're going to have this opportunity for this beautiful new beginning with the Sun card in our likely outcome of this situation. But this awakening needs to happen. You need to have this judgment call and tap into the unfortunately we have to go through the dark night of the soul to then appreciate the whole experience and to see the gratitude of it, of the lesson. So likely outcome. We've got the 3 of Wands. You're meant to look ahead. There's a lot of growth here. There's confidence. You guys may go surfing together. Somebody could be a surfer. Maybe somebody lives by the beach. Again, sunsets are coming through. Look at underneath his arm. It looks like a keyhole. You've got the key. You've got the key. Can I zoom in and maybe it'll focus? There you go. See, it looks like a keyhole. Fire signs are relevant. Water and fire signs are coming up a lot. A lot of water showing up. Oceans, tubs, everything. There's so much growth here. There's going to be this beautiful rebirth if you both step into this positivity, this happiness, and this vitality can come through. This pleasure can come through, but you have to believe in this connection. You have to know that all is well, and you just trust the process of this. I know it's scary, but that's what it is. That's what it is. That's what it comes down to. Okay, Love angels, what does my collective need to know? I'm only going to clarify some of these. Okay, or what's at hand? What's at hand? Or what's at hand? So what are you guys feeling in this relationship? You in particular are feeling codependency. That's the addiction that you're afflicted with, and that's affecting this romantic life. It's really got you pondering a lot of stuff here. So you're feeling like your issue within this relationship was and is codependency. And what's theirs? Well, we've got getting to know each other in the reversal. So theirs is vulnerability. Their heart is scared of vulnerability. They're scared to reveal their innermost selves to you, to deepen this bond. They're scared of deepening this bond because it felt so divinely guided. We've got a bunch of little angels, 3 in particular up here, little cupids shooting their bow and arrow and striking this love, this, connection here. See, we've got the 3 little cupids in the corner here. Their issue is bonding. It's deepening this bond, revealing themselves to you fully. That's what their heart is conflicted with. What else do I want to... The overall goals of this relationship, true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. Are you kidding me? Look at how in love they are. Somebody could have an Egyptian descent or Roman descent. You guys, like, those could be your past lives. You could have been together in Egypt or Rome. But again, we've got the Cupid in the back. So this is true love. This is 1000% true love. 1000% you guys are definitely twin flames here, with the true love card coming out for the couple's overall conscious goal is to recognize that this is true love. Can't make it up. You see me pulling them. And to move forward towards it. This is clarified over the 8 of Wands. To make this progress and to move forward. And to 8 of Wands is also usually my messenger card, not just a travel card. So to move forward into this physically, but also on a message level, to communicate to one another and to become vulnerable and to be honest and say to yourselves and to one another that this is really, I feel that this is true love. That's the goal for both of you. The decision that needs to be made. The reconciliation. What did I say? I'm so psychic, you guys. This is crazy. I amaze myself sometimes. Yes, the decision that needs to be made is that you're meant to come back together. You're meant to reconcile. Somebody from your past is returning to your life. What did I just say? You're meant to move forward towards each other. It may require you traveling to one another, moving. I said that earlier in the first reading, moving to a new city or hopping on a plane, or at least communicating with each other virtually, sending the message, or even I'm pigeon, send it through a pigeon, iMessage or pigeon, like you need to do something, but you're meant to reconcile. This is the ultimate decision that needs to be made here. That you feel this as much as you're like fighting it. You both are pulling each other in energetically. There's this magnetic pull towards one another. Okay, how do you see yourself in this whole situation? You feel like you were deceived. You feel like somebody was wearing a mask and hiding their real feelings. I don't blame you. This is what you felt. You felt like somebody lied to you about how they really felt, that they put on a mask, and that they tried to move forward and walk away, but you're still connected here. Look at this. You're still totally connected, no matter what was said. And you guys are being divinely protected in this and guided. It's just that's what it was. And what did they feel? What did they feel within this relationship and within themselves? They felt bliss. They want to spend some time with you again, maybe on holiday. This partner sees themselves in this honeymoon energy with you. Again, exploring the emotional depths that this union has to offer. Look at, they're on a gondola ride on the water. Maybe you're going to travel to Europe together, to Italy. And again, look at this angel showing up for us. You are spiritually, divinely guided in this to bring it back into this honeymoon energy. But they really do reminisce. They are wanting to enjoy this blissful time with you. Maybe it'll be on holiday. Or maybe they, right now they're thinking potentially that this honeymoon energy could only be experienced on holiday. This is how they see themselves in the relationship. So, because if they were deceiving you in the past of how they really felt, they're still obviously guarded. They're still working past this Ten of Swords energy. Likely outcome. Stay optimistic about your love life because it's coming in. We had the Sun energy. You've got the Three of Wands. You're meant to be confident and look forward. There's positive thinking and faith will bring this romance in for you. Again, Rome could be very significant to both of you from past lives, or maybe you've been to the Colosseum together or some kind of architecture like that. But you're meant to stay optimistic about your love life. This is coming in. I just want to show you guys. We've got the Sun card, the Three of Wands, and to stay optimistic. So there's a very successful new rebirth here. Just keep thinking positively. Keep being happy about this. Even about the past wounds, all of them led to the spiritual awakening. They lead to this reconciliation energy, to all this healing, individually and together as a union. So I really feel strongly about this connection coming back in. One more. What does your significant other think about you? What do they want to say to you from the 5D realm? What do they, how are they connected to you? From our first meeting, you were recognized by my heart. Before my eyes understood who you were. Well, that says it all, you guys. So, I love you. My name's Kat. This is my channel, Pure Premonitions. Let's make more magic together. Happy Friday the 13th on this beautiful twin flame reading. I hope it resonated. If it did, like, share, subscribe. Please, please, please. It would mean the world to me. And yeah, I love you guys. So I hope you have a beautiful Valentine's Day. And just know, even if you don't have this union or reconciliation right away, that you're working on self-love. And I know that you are divinely guided and supported with so many friends and family members. And I love you. And you're working on loving yourself. And this person is coming in. You are going to be reconnected with this twin flame. So I love you guys. Happy Valentine's Day.